Today in the Mint studio, we will talk about strategy, security and terrorism as we review the latest Mint Business series book called Everyman's War by Raghu Raman. Raghu Raman is a former captain who served for about a decade in the Indian Army and saw operations in Punjab during his tenure, also commanded an active post in Siachen and did a tour of duty in war-torn Angola as a part of the UN peacekeeping force. Today he is with us to discuss his latest book called Everyman's War. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
It's a great pleasure to have you on the show to talk about your latest book called Everyman's War. So my first question is going to be something that will help explain this title. You, of course, in your essays do come across as someone who firmly believes that a common man can play a crucial role in ensuring that India can be made into a safer place. How exactly do you think a commoner like me, the camera people in the studio, and possibly the viewers of this video can do to achieve this?
Well, I think first you have to realize that you are no longer in an era where two countries fought each other conventionally. So 20 years ago, during the Cold War, or even before that, you had a situation where two countries would go at each other formally. There would be declarations of war, the armies would assemble, they would gather at the borders, and they would then attack each other, and may the best army win. But that's not the way of war anymore. And as we all are now aware, acutely aware, that most of the wars are now taking place within the country. So whether it's terrorism, insurgency, or militancy, any form of war which has now come in inside the country has made each one of us actually a stakeholder. If not a soldier, at least a stakeholder.
Sure.
So in terms of, say, early warning systems, even countries like the US or UK, developed countries who have the ability to spot any troop movement, any ship movement, anywhere in the world, still rely on their citizens to be the early warning alerters whenever a bomb is spotted or a bag is left somewhere. So in many ways, the enemy is not at the gates anymore. The enemy has come inside the gates, and the enemy is mingling with us. And therefore, it is truly every man's war, because unless every man sort of understands their responsibility and their role, and most importantly, realizes the implication, if they don't perform their role, it's not the soldiers who are going to get killed. Ironically, in many ways, a soldier on the border today is probably at the same risk as a commuter in a train or a passenger in a bus or a person sitting in a hotel having a cup of coffee. They are at more or less similar risks. Of course, the instances of soldiers getting killed will be always much higher. But the fact remains that today the war has come into the homes of people, into restaurants, into malls. It's not out there anymore.
Right. So with the borders having become more porous, it is you and I who have to be alert and aware of what is happening around us and alert the system.
I don't think it's about borders becoming porous. It is about the format of war changing.
Right.
Because terrorism, which is being used as an instrument by now states as well, not just fringe groups, but even states are using it as an instrument of warfare. The format of terrorism is to inject or put your people inside the location where the actual attack is going to take place. And that has got nothing to do with the porousness of the border, because such people will always be found, whether they are brought in from outside or even developed within the country. You can motivate people for a certain cause, regardless of the correctness of the cause or the sanctity of the cause, but there are enough people out there. I mean, it's a very famous legend that in the Gaza Strip, there's a waiting list for people who want to be suicide bombers. So finding people who are willing to strap a bomb around themselves or to go into a suicide attack is not a problem anymore.
Right.
And in that sense, it's not the borders which can stop them. It's the people like us, I mean, people who are actually inside the country who need to be aware about it.